My name is Cara Groom-Bryan. I'm a consulting population biologist with the Population Management Center, and I'm going to talk a little today about using MateRX plans for population management. First, I'm going to outline how you can acquire a MateRX plan from the PMC for your population. Then, using an example MateRX plan, I'll show you how to use MateRX, outline the precautions that should be taken when using MateRX, and explain some of the additional materials included in the MateRX plan. So MateRX is designed and developed to be a genetic tool that will guide population management decisions. The PMC creates MateRX plans to help program leaders make breeding and transfer recommendations in between planning periods, or in some cases instead of a full planning session. This is an example of a MateRX plan. I'm going to go slowly through the plan to explain different sections of it and to show you the MateRX itself and how to use it. Cover page, table of contents, and then every MateRX plan provides an explanation of the MateRX. So to explain MateRX, for every male-female pair in the population, MateRX calculates a single numeric index indicating the relative genetic benefit or detriment to the population of breeding that particular pair. This index is called the Mate Suitability Index, or MSI, and is calculated by integrating 4 components. The change in population genetic diversity associated with a given pairing, the difference in the male and female's mean kinship, the inbreeding coefficient of the offspring produced, and the amount of unknown ancestry in the pair. MateRX is designed to simplify the decisions about which pairs should breed by condensing all that we know about the genetics of a pair into a single number. There are 7 values for MSI. Offspring of pairs rated 1, 2, or 3 would benefit the population's genetic situation. Pairs rated 4, 5, or 6 would be detrimental to the population's genetic situation. Pairs with an MSI value of 7 or a dash should not be considered under any circumstances without consulting a PMC advisor. So this is the MateRX matrix itself. You can see that males are in blue on the x-axis and females are in pink on the y-axis. And then for every pair in the population, it's given an MSI value. 1s, 2s, and 3s are highlighted different, like a darker green, just to show that they're of more value. So, for example, if you wanted to look at the pair at Louisville, 931 female in Louisville and 902 male in Louisville, you can see that they have a 1 rating, so they're a genetically valuable pair. So now I'm just going to outline some precautions that should be taken when you're using the MateRX. First of all, unknown sex animals are not included in the MateRX analysis. So it's encouraged that unknown sex animals have their sex determined and recorded in the studbook so that they can be included in the analysis. Another thing to note is MateRX considers genetics only in deriving the MSI value. Other important information, like the age of the animals, logistics between the animals, wants and needs of the institutions, mate compatibility, etc., are not considered. While we strive to make the best genetic pairs for our population, sometimes it is necessary to accept a more detrimental MSI to meet a more urgent demographic need. And finally, just because an animal has mostly detrimental ratings doesn't necessarily mean that the animal itself is not genetically valuable. Remember, it is the pairing of that animal with each other animal in the population that the rating is based on. So the next sections of the plan include some additional information on the demographic and genetic status of the population, information that is important in population planning. First, demography. We include the age structure, which is an important reference since a goal of population planning is to maintain or to try to achieve a stable age distribution. We also include census graphs. Growth should be monitored over time and maintained stable. And then we also include some reproductive planning information. Important to keep in mind how many births the population is producing on an annual basis in order to maintain a stable growth rate. Under the genetic summary, we include the current genetic statistics, the mean kinship list, and sometimes we include a kinship matrix. The genetic statistics are sometimes useful to compare with previous years to assess how the population has been doing genetically. The mean kinship list helps offer insight into why a certain pair was given a specific MSI rating. Animals that are overrepresented, not so genetically valuable, are listed towards the bottom of the MK list. Underrepresented or more genetically valuable animals are closer to the top of the list. The kinship matrix, too, it's not included in this plan, but it also provides further insight into the MSI ratings between animals. The matrix displays the inbreeding coefficients between every pair in the population, but it's not always provided in a MateRX plan, usually only if inbreeding avoidance is more critical for the population. So finally, in the appendices at the end of the plan, we include a summary of the data exports, assumptions used, and the list of animals excluded from the genetic analysis. This is all just to keep a record of the analyses that we performed for future references. So that concludes this short tutorial on using MateRX. And if there are any questions or comments about the MateRX analysis and plan, please consult with the PMC. Thank you.